It's game time here on the Northstar Network on YouTube as we bring you senior night at the MAC. The CNS North Stars taking on the FM Hornets at home tonight for the final home game for the North Stars. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside Killian, Heffron, and Jordan Piotrowski. Thank you so much for joining us here on the network. So, what does this matchup look statistically? Well, let's take a look at how these teams compare on paper, starting with the North Stars. Now, they've had their fair share of struggles this season, and they continue to stay below 500. But Killian, they've had a bright spot, and that's last game's win versus Beeville, handing them their first home loss of the season. So, Killian, you were there. Tell us about that.
Well, Joey, one thing in that game that was proved to be dominant for the North Stars was their ability to outplay Baldwinsville in terms of physicality. Beeville had no answer for the North Stars' ability to hit, and that was a win that gained them a lot of recognition. We saw earlier in the week the New York State Ice Time podcast posted the upset result on Instagram. So it was a very large upset against a team that is state-ranked. Baldwinsville, coming into that game, ranked number 11 in the state. This North Star team, Joey, they have the talent to get things done. They've just suffered from a lot of self-inflicted wounds this season. But if they can pull things together here in these final few games of the regular season, we could potentially be seeing them hosting a quarterfinal game.
So on the other side, FM, they're not doing horrible overall. Now they're beating the North Stars in stats like goals allowed, goals for, and assists, but they've struggled in Division I, only recording one win. They're 1-4-2 in Division I. So I'll go to you, Jordan. How did they kind of bounce back here in today's big league game?
Well, first of all, CNS gets a lot of shots on goal. That's what really led them to the success against Beeville, giving them their first home loss last game. I was there alongside Killian. CNS just, FM just needs to, their goalie, Sean LaMarche, they have to minimize shots on goal, or play really up to par. He has to get great saves, can't allow any goals, can't allow much goals. If you allow at least too much goals, 2 to 3 goals, this can really go really good for CNS.
And Jordan, and earlier on in the year, FM, they played that Baldwinsville team that we were talking about that lost to the North Stars a couple days ago. That game ended in a 3-3 tie. It went through the entire overtime, and FM was down 3-1 with 5 minutes left to go. So it proves that they have a lot of grit. They're led by Drew and Tyler Main, 2 of the premier players in Section 3 Division I. I think this should be a great matchup.
Yeah, and I was talking to Coach Dan Jones before this one, and he was talking about a couple things. One thing we're talking about here, they really need to test Sean LaMarche early on. They need to get behind that D because he was talking about it. FM played a tough defense last night, so they really want to get behind their defense, get a lot of shots on goal, test Sean LaMarche. And then he was also talking about special teams. They want to be able to at least score 1 on the power play, and then on the other side, they need to stick to the power kill or the penalty kill and hold FM to nothing. So we're going to get our opening face-off here shortly. We'll be back on the Northstar Network in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the MAC. CNS's senior night in a Section 3 league matchup with the visiting FM Hornets. For tonight's starting lineups, first for the visiting Fayetteville-Manlius Hornets. Number 12, Dawson Wilson. Number 13, Drew Main. Number 16, Henry Doherty. Number 17, Jack Schultz. Number 23, Ty May. And a goal tonight for FM, number 30, Sean LaMarche. My tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Grocery Singapore, your certified color comments. And now for your North Stars. Starting forward, senior number 2, Andrew Moore. That's for a senior number 10, Austin Wolf. for the senior number 16, Cal Brown. On the fence, number 3, Alex Kirkby. A senior as well. His partner on the fence, number 13, a senior, Austin Piotrowski. And in goal tonight, a senior, number 1, Boston Roy. Yes, as you now rise, you will come here and face the flag for the win of our technical.
We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside Killian, Heffron, and Jordan Piotrowski. Thank you so much for joining us here as we're getting opening face-off in just a second. They just got to clear out the warm-up materials here as things are getting set. Starters out there for the North Stars. Got Kalen Brown, Austin Clark, Austin Minkowski, Andrew Gabor, and Alex Kirkby. So a bunch of seniors out there. Boston Droy also in goal. I talked to Coach, and he said they might get Oscar Sirico out here depending on how this game is going. They're going to try to get him out here tonight or potentially next game. So we'll see, depending. So that one rings around down low. The North Stars send it up. It's going to be called for icing. Early icing here, and only about 15 seconds in. Not much happening.
Well, Joey, I would keep an eye on this line for CNS tonight. FM is a team that tends to give up a lot of goals on transition plays and rushes. With the speed that this line has, and they've proven that throughout the year, I wouldn't be surprised if the North Stars get some goals with them getting by me.
Quick face-off win here for FM, and it's snagged out of the air by DeRoy. Drew Main, who we were talking about, the Main brothers, he's the one with that quick shot off the face-off. Now, I will say, Boston DeRoy, he faces a lot of shots on goal. So if the North Stars can minimize FM shots on goal, we could see a much larger margin of potential victory here for the North Stars. They can minimize what FM can do here. But yeah, I mean, nearly 500 saves on the season for Boston DeRoy. I wouldn't be surprised if he cracks that tonight. So he faces a lot. Sean LaMarche a little bit lower in the 200s, 250 or so for him, as he's in goal for the Hornets. Here we get a big line change from both sides as the North Stars bring it up through the neutral zone.
Bit of a command cue by both squads there.
Yeah. North Stars hit along the boards. Gabor loses it. Ling tries to get back on the right side. It's taken back by FM. 2-on-2 forming. It's broken up, and that opportunity ended by the North Stars D. Good stand there in the neutral zone. Fired over for Springer. He loses it. FM the other direction. Black got nobody home on the other side. So North Stars come away with it again. Here's down low. Fires it along the boards. It's chipped up. Other direction. David Cooley almost had a near breakaway there if he could pull it away. But couldn't hold on to it. Here North Stars trying to set something up. Sobolowski. North Stars. Going to lose it as fired out by FM. Force the North Stars to reset. Sobolowski trying to track it down there. FM just trying to get it clear. Down low, big hit. And now back in the neutral zone, North Star is going to slow things down.
Yeah, so far FM's defense has been really great at preventing CNS from getting offensive zone shots on net, and that's really what FM needs to do to prevent a big lead from CNS.
Yeah, and you see it there on the scoreboard. 0 shots on goal so far here for the North Stars. Kirkby on the right boards. Fires it back, it rings around. That one snatched out of the air. Tries to take a quick shot. It's Henry Doherty. Now back in the neutral zone, it's the Hornets. That one poked free, and the North Stars come away with it. Gabor didn't really have anybody in open space, just kind of got rid of it to prevent a potential breakaway there. FM coming the other direction. They're just going to chip it down, and that's going to be an icing.
Well, Joey, a little surprising early on here that the North Stars don't have a shot on goal, and that's because of the way they forecheck. They play in a forecheck system that puts F1 and F2 right on the puck. They don't hang anybody high. They hang F3 a little further back, but the North Stars tend to get right on the defenders down low. So a little surprising that they haven't been able to get any shots here early on in this game.
Yeah, it looks like the North Stars are buffering a little bit, not quite sure what to do. So Russo fires that one behind DeRoy. Whoa, big hit there. Luckily he didn't get the head, and an FM player is down.
He made contact with his knee there. That's a really dangerous situation there for the FM player to be in, and that's about the worst place that you can get hit,
so
besides the head.
Cooper Barrett down on the ground, and he's going to need some medical assistance there. So we'll take a break here on the North Star Network as he's attended to. Don't go anywhere. Welcome you back here to the North Star Network as Cooper Barrett is being helped off. So me and Killian were kind of discussing it during the break. We thought that was a 5-minute major, and they're calling him for nothing.
Well, officials, obviously, they have the best angle there down the ice, but from what we were able to look at, definitely was a bit of knee-on-knee contact. So it does happen at a fast enough speed there that the officials have a very brief glance at it. So.
Right. And luckily we have a replay assist up here. So even in the moment, we weren't quite sure until we looked at the replay. So obviously tough for them to make the call.
I found there a little bit of false start on the face-off.
Yep. Gabor, he's going to win it. Gets it back to Kirkby, who takes a shot from the blue line. Hit along the boards. North Stars regroup. Fires that one up down low. Rings around. Kirkby fires it back the other direction. Now down low. Back up at the point. Takes a shot from the right circle. Off the mark. Oh, tries to just chip that one up. Nothing coming. Here's Clark battling for it down low. He's changing multiple directions here.
Joey, there's that North Star forecheck in effect again. You can see them all three there down low with one slightly higher as they deemed that came out of the zone. But
yeah, Russo tried to keep it in. He snatched out of the air, dropped it right in front of him, and they must have said he just slipped outside, so it's an offsides there on the North Stars.
Well, again, Joey, that's a good look at the North Star offensive system. You can see them keeping 2 forwards low behind the goal line in an attempt to run a cycle play, and then they have 1 forward slightly above the goal line. Very aggressive, and it's resulted in plenty of goals for them this season, as buzzer sounded on the draw for some reason.
Well, David Cooley here, the senior, into the face-off. Fight for it, and the North Star is going to win it. Springer chips it down low. North Stars try to get it back on the right boards, and whistle's blown.
And we got power play here coming for CNS.
Yeah.
It's going to be number 24 FM that's going to head off here for a high stick.
So this is what we were talking about. Well, this is what I was talking about with Coach before the game, and we were kind of talking about it earlier, and that's special teams being really important here today. So the North Stars, again, he was talking, they need to score at least 1 here tonight, whether it's now or whether it's later, but he really definitely wants them to take advantage of that power play, and we'll see if they can do it here.
And there's actually not going to be power play here. They're going to put Ling in the box as well. I'll be interested to see what the call might be.
Yeah.
I'll be really curious here to see what they announce this as. I wasn't looking at the play until he already was grimacing in pain there behind the net. So
it looked like the ref called, I don't know if maybe he was just putting his hand down. It kind of looked like a weak tripping signal, which doesn't really make sense for what I saw. I didn't see anybody trip. Let's see if the PA announcer will give us. But it's going to be coincidental minor, so no power play here.
Yeah, well, Coach Martin there looks like he was yelling at Ling over something in the box. I don't know if it was just his reaction to getting called or if it was for what the call was. Let's find out. So they're going to get in for embellishment there.
And then they gave FM for high sticking. So 2 different calls there as Clark takes a shot from the right circle. So does Kirkby, this time from the left side. North Stars try to keep it in, and it's loose. Here comes a one-on-one. This could be deadly. Great defense by Kirkby to slow him down. That's Tyler Main right there, who has nearly had the breakaway. As Main fighting for it in front. Can't get it to go. This one down neutral ice. Gabor. Oh, he takes a stop. And he shoots it top shelfer. It's a goal for Gabor. Wow, that is textbook right there, Killian. He just does a little bit of a stop there, turns around the defender, and then he just high points it, sticks it up there, and bam.
He also hit the water bottle. That's a bottle rocket right there.
Right.
Well, he was able to get in there, and the reason he's able to beat LaMarche by so much is he stops slightly in front of the net. This kills all of LaMarche's momentum because he has to adjust in real time And that's a great job by Gabor recognizing that, knowing where to go. And North Stars take the lead here on senior night.
Yeah, that was just great play by Gabor. Sneaks past the defender, and then he just kind of toe drags him. Just kind of pulls LaMarche to the left side of the net and just sticks it up there, top shelf, upper 90. Beautiful.
Meanwhile, Joey, if you're FM, that's something that cannot happen. You cannot have a player getting in open like that in front of the net. So
that's a defensive breakdown right there.
Yeah, big defensive breakdown. FM's going to have to address that here if they don't want to make more mistakes, because North Stars, like we said earlier, they got some speedy players that can burn by you.
And this is exactly what Coach Jones was talking to me about before the game as well, and that was getting behind their D and getting a lot of shots on goal. Now they only have 2, but that's an example of getting behind their D and getting past them. Now here 2-on-2 for the North Stars. Sobolowski got nothing. He just chips it up, hoping maybe Springer can get there.
Yeah, FM started out with great defense, not allowing much offensive zone pressure, and then they just kind of started buffering. They weren't able to. They allowed CNS offense to get right past and score that goal.
Freezing, if you will, there.
FM there on that little 2-on-2 situation from the side of net. You saw him actually make a live defensive adjustment as both players were initially committing to the puck, and one of the defenders there had to motion like, hey, you got to cover the pass. So near disaster for FM, but great awareness to avoid it.
Yeah, Gabor, or behind DeRoy, fires that one up. North Star's going to reset again. FM putting on some pressure here, trying to break it up. That's what West Jenny likes to do. They like to put that down ice pressure on any team they really play, and we saw it there for FM. That's going to be an icing, so it's brought back. It will be a face-off to the right of DeRoy. Thank you so much for joining us here on the North Star Network. As always, a huge thank you to everyone for watching. And thank you for tuning in for this senior night matchup. North Stars on top right now, 1-0 with 8:46 left to go in the first. Tries to get a little bit of a wraparound. Can't feed it. Oh, man. Colin Anderson. He's got 2 assists, looks for his first here on senior night. Can't get it done.
North Stars looking to set up a cycle play there. Good read by FM to break it up.
There's a 2-on-1. That shot just sails past DeRoy.
Joey, it actually clipped the top of the crossbar and deflected out of play. That was a very close chance there for FM, but great job by the North Star defender covering the pass, not letting that one-timer get through.
Luckily, they didn't sneak past that final defender for the North Stars. They managed to get past and get a 2-on-1 developing there as here comes a breakaway for Gabor. He turns, little backhander, takes the shot off the rebound. He's fighting for it in front. Oh.
It was on the back of the net right there.
Yeah. As that one sneaks through, it's Gabor. He's got 2. 2 for number 2 on senior night. The senior, he's got his 11th of the season. Wow.
That's a great second effort by Gabor there. That puck is loose sitting on front. I think he gets 3 or 4 whacks at this one before ultimately being able to hit it in from the side. And if you're LaMarche here, there's only so much you can do. Eventually the FM defenders have to come in and help clear this one out, and they're not able to get to the puck in time. Results in that big goal for the North Stars.
Wow. 3 shots on goal for the North Stars. Should be a little bit higher off of some of those rebounds, but very low shots on goal number for the North Stars, and they've managed to get 2 through. LaMarche, he's been excellent in goal here for FM this season, and so far tonight he's been struggling. We'll see if he can pick it up later on. Still a lot of time left to play. That one a pad save for DeRoy as it's held here by Clark behind. Here comes Gabor the other way, looking for an early hat trick. He slows, lets the play develop. Chips that one up and it's out. That's going to be a offside here on the North Star. Neutral zone faceoff up and coming. Everett Engel in there with some play time as he got a little bit slipped up there on the ice, lost his glove momentarily.
Yeah, Joey, Everett Engel, an 8th grader, getting play time for the North Stars. Good sign for their future.
Yeah, and I was also got some facts from Coach earlier as well, and they have 10 players leaving. We got 10 players for who are seniors for this North Star team. So that's definitely going to be a big hit, but we'll see if they can bounce back. They got some young talent here. We'll see if they can develop them through the rest of the season. Well, that one nearly deadly in front as DeRoy was caught up to the right. There's another icing, and it's going to be brought back.
A bad turnover for CNS there. You saw Russo flip that one up to the point, looking for his winger, kind of just skips away. FM got a good opportunity off of it.
Here comes the face-off to the left of DeRoy. It's Colin Anderson. That one's going to be won by FM. Got blocked by Russo a little bit. Looked like it went off his shoulder. So gets a little bit of a lucky deflection for the North Stars. That one off the boards for Anderson. Here comes Russo, keeps it in. He fires that up. Russo can't keep it in that time as FM tries to track it down. DeRoy just forced to chip it along the boards. North Stars trying to regain control here in the neutral zone. Anderson slips up, and it's brought back by FM. Oh, that one could have been dangerous, as it looks like we got another FM player down. He's wincing, and that's going to cause a stoppage. That's Cooper Barrett again. Maybe he got hit in the same spot he got hit earlier, and it's leading to reintroduction of that pain. So we'll take a moment here on the North Star Network as he's attended to. Welcome you back here to the North Star Network. As always, a huge thank you to our sponsor, Marzullo Landscaping. Well, we have a moment here for all of your landscaping needs. So thank you to him and everyone over there at Marzullo Landscaping for helping us on our endeavors here on the North Star Network. Helping to upgrade our broadcasts in whatever capacity we can. Here comes the North Stars the other direction. Oh, feeds it to Gabor. He just can't hold on to it. That would have been a breakaway and a potential hat trick for Gabor early on. Here now fires that one up, and it's just going to be iced and held here by LaMarche. In a 2-0 puck game. With 5:26 left to go here in the first period. And the North Stars on top early. Always got to love the song choices here at the MAC. Always gives a good variety. As it looks like Cooper Barrett, yeah.
Yeah, Barrett coming off here to get some more medical attention following that second injury.
So hopefully he is going to be all right. Did look like he needed to be a little bit assisted there as he walked off, but hopefully he's got a lot of years left in him. He graduates in 2028, so he's a sophomore. So, okay, here comes Springer. Springer looking for one here tonight as well. Nice glove save from LaMarche as he holds firm on the crease.
Scary position for LaMarche to be in right there. I believe that was Springer able to get around all the defenders. He could have, if he got that shot off right in the corner, he could have gotten that goal.
Yeah.
And we know Springer's dangerous from anywhere, Jordan. We saw that in that game against Baldwinsville. He scored a goal from a ridiculous angle to give the North Stars an insurance lead in that second period, and ultimately got teed up on the celebration.
Yep.
But very dangerous player when he's on the ice.
FM chips that one down low. It's brought up past the neutral zone, and that's probably going to be icing here on the North Stars. No.
There's an FM player there in the vicinity who could have played it. That's why they're going to wave this one off.
Here comes FM the other direction. They slow down. That's Maine. Now for Maine in the neutral zone. Skates past Billy Lashcombe. Oh, there's a quick shot. Maybe got a block in front.
Oh, helmets were stuck together right there.
I missed that one.
I believe that was Austin Minkowski and number 15 of FM,
Brennan
Bliss. Oh, 25, excuse me. Thank you, Killian. Oliver Smith.
So here comes a face-off. To the right of DeRoy, to the left of the DeRoy. Austin Clark. North Star's going to chase it down, and it's ultimately going to be won by the Hornets. Great job by the Hornets keeping it in. Oh, that could have been dangerous there. DeRoy got caught up on the right side again, but nobody home on the left. Here comes Gabor. He's going to slow down. Oh, he does a little bit of a backhander there. Looking for Ling. Can't get him. That's actually Brown, Kalen Brown. That one fired up. Minkowski's got to get rid of it there. Could have been a breakaway. Gabor fires that one across. Nobody home. Minkowski. North Stars looking the other direction. Gabor back for Russo. Russo back up top. Gabor, but it's picked off. Ship that one down low, and the North Stars have regained possession. Moving the other direction. Oh. Gabor again looking for an early hat trick. He's already got both of the lone goals here today. Russo again gets hit on the boards. Here comes Austin. Kalen Brown. But he gets pushed out of the way, and it's coming the other direction for the Hornets. There's Maine.
Hey, Joey Brown there back at the point.
There's a quick shot, and it's saved and held by DeRoy.
What I was going to say there is Brown back at the FM blue line nearly took a retaliatory cross-check penalty. Official there gave him a little bit of leniency, but if you're the North Stars, discipline's been an issue this season. Can't let that get back underway today.
It's definitely improved in the later half of the season compared to early on, but North Stars can't let it affect them here in the first. Hornets have it back. Looking for it. Fight down low. Chipped up by Drew Maine. Oh, that one could have been dangerous, but great save by DeRoy. Got a little help from the D in front, too. Somebody lost their stick. Well, I don't see anybody stickless out there.
Well, Joey, North Star is fortunate that the D was able to get back and help there, because the reason that Maine got so wide open in front of the net is because he was uncovered. They let him right in.
Yep. Especially can't do it to the Maine brothers. Along the boards, that one fired. Sails past DeRoy. Here comes the North Stars the other direction. It's Ling. Ling moves in. Gets it back Clark, and that one's going to be fired back into neutral ice. North Star's going to reset. 1 minute left here in the first period, and the North Stars have a 2-0 lead over the Hornets. 4 shots on goal for the North Stars, 8 for the Hornets. Oh, here comes the breakaway. Nearly. Benkowski gets there in time. A 2-on-1 though, nonetheless, and that one sneaks through. It's Henry Doherty, and he's got this game within 1.
Well, Joey, this is going to be the result of a bad pinch there at the point by the North Stars. And albeit the puck took a bit of a weird bounce here up the wall here as well. Have a look at the replay and the finish of this 2-on-1. But back in the North Stars offensive zone, not a great pinch there. Puck does take a bit of a weird bounce to get by Cook, but that's going to spring FM on that 2-on-1.
Yeah.
And they'll bury it, make them pay.
And you can see Benkowski shifts over to Cassian Zulo, expecting him to pass across, but obviously Henry Doherty prepared for that one, and he just decides to zip it right from the left circle, and he's got himself here one tonight. FM looking to tie it potentially. They do have 20 seconds, though that one is poked free and out into the neutral zone. Here comes Kalen Brown moving the other direction. Down low. Rings around, looks for somebody. Backhands it to Clark. Clark back up top. There's Kirkby. He takes a shot from the right circle. And it's held by LaMarche.
And sorry for cutting you off there.
You're
almost.
good.
So DeRoy's almost misread that glove right there. He almost got that glove off, and that would have been a great save right there. But DeRoy just like didn't have enough arm to get the puck. Unlucky right there.
Shift a little bit too right. Expecting him to maybe take a direct shot, but goes kind of cross-body there, and he fires it through. So that does it. Not much happened in those last seconds, and though technically in the last minute, something happening. It's the Hornets cutting the lead to just 1 for the North Stars after a huge 2-goal first period for Andrew Gabor. So we'll be back in about 12 minutes here on the North Star Network. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't go anywhere. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside Killian, Heffron, and Jordan Piotrowski. Thank you so much for joining us. And the Zamboni is making his last round. We're actually going to take a momentary break here on the Northstar Network just to figure a couple things out, but we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside Killian Heffron and Jordan Piotrowski. 2-1 lead here for the North Stars heading into the second period. So we get our opening face-off in just a moment. 6 shots on goal for the North Stars, 9 for the Hornets.
Well, Joey, that was a pretty sloppy period there by both squads. Both of them missing passes, missing opportunities, but the big difference maker in that period was Andrew Gabor for the North Stars. 2 goals on the day. Both of them were pretty much self-made. Very good start there by the North Stars in terms of on the scoreboard. I'm sure they're going to want to continue that. Let's see what adjustments were made in the locker room.
That one chipped down low. One is looking to go back the other direction, but the North Stars break it up. Back here, it's Jermaine. Fires that one up. Nobody home as Jermaine looking to track it down, just couldn't get there in time. Here we're going to get a face-off for an icing. That one won by the Hornets. Trying to come back the other direction. Winning in neutral ice. It's fired back down. North Stars trying to win it. Along the boards. They do. Cooley fires that one up. It's broken up by the Hornets. They're coming the other direction. Broken up again, this time by the North Stars. So they fire that one down low. It's Parker Cook. That one called for an icing.
Bit of a comically large swing there at the puck there by FM in a desperate attempt to cancel out the icing there at the end.
Here comes the face-off again next to LaMarche. That one's going to be won by the North Stars. Quick shot by Kalen Brown. It's a pad save for LaMarche. North Stars do win it back in the neutral zone. Picked off Brought back by the North Stars. Kalen Brown going to try to reset as it's taken back by the Hornets. A 3-on-2 developing. That one shot high over DeRoy.
Not much separation there by FM on that 3-on-2. They all were just kind of there standing in the line. That forced
not a lot of space, Killian. Oh, that one fired up. Here comes Kalen Brown the other direction. He gets to it, but couldn't get to it before it passed the goal line. That one fired up. Scooped up. Everett Engel takes the shot. Here comes another face-off to the left of LaMarche. North Stars and Hornets haven't gotten a shot on goal, a couple here so far for the North Stars, so we'll see if they can build upon it. Oh, that one could have been dangerous. Henry Doherty, who has the lone goal for the Hornets. Nearly had a breakaway, just couldn't get it up in time. Chipped down low by Anderson. Anderson tries to turn, take a shot, but it's broken up by the Hornets. Anderson tries to get it back in center ice, but chips it down low. Here comes the Hornets in the other direction. Up top for Doherty. Doherty looks, gets it for Drew Main, who takes the shot. That one in front. Just sneaks across the crease. And here comes the North Stars in the other direction. Quick shot by Sobolowski and save made by LaMarche. That one off the boards. Anderson fires. Another pad save for LaMarche. North Stars hold. Russo's going to take the shot. It's blocked. In front. Now Hornets down low. They gather. Doherty all tied up. Here comes Drew Main. Takes the shot. Gets a deflection. It's out of play.
Well, Joe, you can forget about any kind of sustained pressure because pretty obviously neither of these teams have been able to get any. It's been a lot of one-off rushes here that both teams are just unable to defend these stretch passes, and it's resulted in some good rush opportunities. FM, a team who gives up or tends to give up quite a few goals on rushes. They've been fortunate enough today to not give up as many. We'll see if that can continue, but North Stars have gotten unlucky a few times here, and this is another one this time.
Springer trying to chase it down, and it's called for an icing. That's brought back. So, yeah, like you were saying, I mean, shots on goal, 10 for the North Stars, 11 for the Hornets. But, you know, 4 shots on goal already in these first few minutes for the North Stars. Hornets definitely not getting the pressure on defense that they wanted. Neither really are the North Stars, though only 2 shots on goal. Make it 3. That one chipped high. DeRoy resets. So here come the North Stars in the other direction. It's Ling trying to chase it down. But it's Mac Schalk who gets there first. Fight for it on the boards. Cook tries to get it. Cooley also in there. Kirkby here to reset. Cook in neutral ice. That shot just fired up from Cooley from the center circle. Cook tries to keep it in play, but can't do it. Austin Clark still fighting for it. It's taken away, and here come the Hornets. Fired up, deflected along the boards. Here comes Clark. 3-on-2 for the North Stars, forming. Gabor behind him. Sends it back to Gabor. Gabor takes a shot, and that's sent up into the netting and out of play.
Yeah, like Killian said earlier, no sustained pressure from any team. They're just not able to get anything going during offense. Here comes a face-off to the left of LaMarche. It's Clark.
Hornets going to win it. Benkowski tries to keep it in, but it's Russo behind him who keeps it in center ice. Hornets moving quickly. North Stars resetting. Benkowski up top. It's Clark. Clark, he makes a move. Sneaks past, and that's going to be offside on the North Stars. Ling got there too quickly.
Yeah, Ling, it looked like he got faked out by the move on the blue line there by Clark. Jumped the gun a little bit. It's one of those false start offsides that'll get you.
North Stars the other direction. Benkowski fires it high. Other direction, Hornets. Big hit along the walls. Gonna turn. It's Tyler Main. Along the boards. There's Drew Main. Tries to sneak past, but the North Stars defense holding strong. Benkowski, it's going to ring around. There's Drew Main again. He's going to try to get the wraparound. Gets it in front. Here comes a shot. That one nearly got a redirect in front from Tyler Main. Nothing coming. 11 shots on goal here for the North Stars. 13 for the Hornets. A 3-on-2 forming. That shot across, looking for somebody. Nobody home. Comes the other direction. Springer trying to chase it down. He loses his stick. Gets back up and gets his stick as well. Dawson Wilbur fight for it along the boards. That one's fired down, and it's going to be an icing called.
I can kind of sense some tension brewing between these teams. There's getting some more physicality going on, more big hits. Something's definitely brewing.
Well, both these teams here just kind of showcasing a lack of cohesion between them. Just not a lot in terms of connecting passes for either side. Besides a few cycle plays we've seen earlier on this game, neither of them really able to set up any set plays. And so we'll see how this one develops. But the North Stars have missed several wide open stretch passes that they could easily be leading this by 3 or 4 at this point if they're just able to connect on those. But FM maybe getting a little lucky. Let's see if they can turn that one into a goal on the scoreboard. And like you said, Jordan, temperature definitely picking up here in this game. I'd be interested to see here if the officials might start to call it a little tighter as the physicality increases just to keep control of this game.
Yep.
Only penalties we've had in this game. Sorry for cutting you off there, Joey. But
no.
Only penalties we've had in this game were
coincidental, yeah.
Yeah, it was the embellishment against Ling and then the high stick against, can't remember who it was on FM, but like you said, they were coincidental. So no loss of manpower. It's been 5-on-5 this whole game.
As that one is snuffed and held by LaMarche as we get a couple line changes from both sides. As always, a huge thank you for joining us here on the North Star Network, streaming on YouTube. Got him, Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator. Thanks for sticking with us. We got a 1-point game here with 10 minutes, just under 10 minutes left to go here in this second period. As here comes a 3-on-2 for the Hornets. That shot, luckily for the North Stars and for Boston DeRoy, it gets a nice bounce off of the post. We've seen that go in the other direction last year for Alex Kirkby on a shorthanded goal. Is that one in front? Oh, man. He had it, just couldn't hold on to it. Gabor looking for a hat trick. He's got both of the goals for the North Stars here today. Drew Main turns and just lets that one fly around the boards. Looks for a pass in front. Centering pass. He gets it through. A dish from Henry Doherty. He's got himself a 2-point game. Actually, he might have gotten the goal. It looked like he got it in front for Tyler Main. who had the goal. Let's take a peek at the replay. And you can see Doherty's behind. He gets it in front. And that looks like it's going to be a Tyler Main goal. Yeah, so a 2-point game for Henry Doherty. He's got himself a goal and assist. And the Main brothers, one of them gets on the board. And this thing is tied up at 2. So we got ourselves a game here, folks, with 8:20 left to go in the second period. And here come the North Stars with speed. It's David Cooley. He's going to hit along the boards. Huge hit for him. Max Schalk is a little bit shaken up. He gets back up, though, in time. North Stars try to fight for it. It's Springer in front, looking to get in, get a try on the rebound. Springer tries on the redirect. Nothing.
Just unlucky there from Springer. That was perfect positioning. Just sometimes puck doesn't want to bounce off your stick the right way, and that's one of those times.
Back to the hit on the boards. I'm surprised he didn't call anything there. It was he had no possession of the puck. It was a little after he had the puck, and then he just shoved him right on the boards.
Here comes a little bit of a 2-on-2 developing there for the North Stars. Nothing coming, and here comes the Hornets in the other direction. They got a 2-on-1. They take the shot. We saw a goal similar to that one right there earlier, as here comes Kirkby. Does a little bit of a move, gets it across. Gabor tries to sneak it through, but an excellent glove save by LaMarche.
Well, Jordan, going back to Cooley and Schalk, kind of just got tangled up there with their arms. Both of them were just trying to get through. They eventually went to the wall, but Cooley definitely there, a little bit of a shove in. But the officials will let them play on. Got a nice and physical game.
Yep. Oh, that one tries to get a little backhander. It's Clark. Can't get it to go, as that's going to be brought down the ice for icing.
Yeah, back to what you said, Killian. Definitely more, or what I and you said, more physicality going on in this game, more tension brewing. I'm surprised the refs got let them get away with that call right there.
Could have a little something here brewing on the right side of the face-off. 16 for CNS and 12 for FM. We're going at each other for a good 30-40 seconds there, but looks like they'll be forced to move. I don't have a roster in front of me, so I can't really identify who that is for FM, but that was Kalen Brown involved for the North Stars.
Looks like it was Dawson Wilbur involved as well there, as he's got the puck right now.
Penalty coming here to the North Stars.
Yep.
It'll probably be for a hook, I believe. Let's see.
A little bit of a delayed penalty here as we finally get the whistle blown while we have a moment. As always, a huge thank you to our sponsor, Marzullo Landscaping, for all of your landscaping needs.
So Brown's going to get one here for a slash.
Yep.
Looks like it was probably behind the play. Maybe a result of that going back and forth with Wilbur.
So our first power play of the game, and that's going to go to the Hornets. And that is one of the keys of this one, and that's the North Stars on the penalty kill. We'll see if they can be successful here today. Wilbur zips it over to Drew Main. Tyler Main, excuse me. Top of the point. That time for Drew Main. Zips it over to Tyler Main. He keeps it in. Rings that one down low. Back over to the other side for his brother. A little bit of a slip, and that's going to be a successful clear there for the North Stars as Asad Black lost his footing.
This is what led to success for CNS against number 11 ranked Beeville in the state last game. Beeville had CNS had a really great power kill. And another delayed penalty for CNS.
Yeah,
right
another
here.
slashing upcoming here.
Yeah, definitely more physical by CNS currently.
So that's going to be a long 5-on-3.
Well, Joey, looking back there earlier in that penalty kill, you saw Landon Russo there go into the boards for a hit. It's a risky move when you're on the penalty kill, and if you're going to do that, it's got to work, and it worked there. He was able to get in, separate player from puck, and take possession away, but shape's so important on penalty kill. If you don't make that check, it's going to cost you, but Russo, skilled player, able to get in there and land the hit.
So about a minute of a 5-on-3, and there's a successful clear for the North Stars.
That shot right there by FM missed just wide, but if it was a little left, that would have been a goal.
And Joey, we
Wide
were
right.
wondering when the penalties were going to start showing up here for the North Stars, but an issue for them throughout the year.
And back-to-back slashings here for the North Stars as well, as that one luckily sneaks out. Here's Wilbur. Rings it around. Tyler Main keeps it in. Gets it across. A lot of empty ice. Drew Main tries to flick it up. Top shelfer.
Couple overcommits there from the North Stars on the penalty kill.
Yep.
Let FM right in.
Giving them a lot of empty ice here.
They're
Oh, that
fortunate
one.
They haven't gotten burned yet.
Yep. Nearly a redirect. Wilbur zips it back over for Tyler Main. Main takes a shot. That one is snuffed. Back onto the ice. Saw Black. Black, he looks, just gets that off the board. Henry Doherty, who's got 1 goal and 1 assist here today. Back up top. Oh, great redirected. Here comes Kalen Brown the other direction. Nearly had a breakaway there. Tries to get that in front for Clark, but it's broken up.
CNS did really well on that 5-on-3. Very great of them to kill that off.
And now only 15 seconds left.
Almost a shorthanded goal right there, too.
Yeah. And now only 15 seconds left in the penalty or in the power play. So they're looking to get one here. That one in front. It's held.
That's a good step up into the hit there by, I believe that was Kirkby there, who landed the hip check at the end of that sequence, able to separate player from puck and let DeRoy cover. And back on the other end there, LaMarche was kind of standing inside of his goal. That's why that one was so close. He wasn't quite expecting the shot from that angle. North Stars, unfortunate there.
But a successful penalty kill. So great job, surviving that 5-on-3. It was a long one, too. Fight for on the far boards. It's won by the Hornets as they just chip it up down low. Roy steps into it and pokes it free. Here comes Gabor the other way, a 2-on-2. He takes the shot.
Almost
The
a
glove
hat trick
save.
right there.
Yep, glove save and held by Sean LaMarche.
Well, Joey, it was a particularly good 5-on-3, I thought, there by FN. They were moving the puck around, getting shooting lanes, but there were a couple opportunities to shoot that they passed up on, a couple saves that DeRoy made, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Yep. Even though the defense for the North Stars, they were leaving a lot of empty ice for the Hornets. They just did an excellent job of, I guess the North Stars got a little bit lucky on a couple things, but DeRoy did an excellent job, and then they kind of got lucky on Hornets not taking every shot that they could. Here comes Dylan Ling. He takes the shot. That one nearly snuck through as Sean LaMarche is knocked down. He gets back up. Here the North Stars top of the point. Benkowski takes the shot. Slides past. Russo tries to get the cross-ice shot, but he's going to get an offside call there.
Well, Joey, I don't know if we caught it down there, but there was a very subtle rotation by Springer up to the point on that latest offensive possession, and that allowed the North Stars to continue to cycle the puck inside the offensive zone. That's a great example there of the far winger coming over to cover for the defender when the defender pinches in the zone. As a result, North Stars picked up a scoring opportunity. Unfortunately unable to capitalize, but their positioning today has overall been pretty solid.
Here come the North Stars. They just throw that one up. Sobolowski. Here comes Cook to track it down, but it's called for an icing. So 2:17 left in the second period, and we got a tied game for you here on senior night. 2-2, 18 shots on goal apiece. So fairly even when you think about it, statistically on paper, Killian. That one Was broken up in between. Clark could have got a 5-hole there, but couldn't get it to go. Cook keeps it in. Gets it across. There's a nice shot. Just an even better save from LaMarche.
Brown definitely looks like he's kicking himself after that opportunity.
He had a nice angle.
LaMarche there left the entire right side of the net open. And Brown obviously frustrated with himself after that shot, but sometimes just the shot doesn't go where you want it to go, and that looked like it was one of those times.
North Stars win the face-off. That one gets blocked.
It's a good effort there by Cook to hold that one in.
Yeah. That one chipped up. Down to FM territory. Hornets sticking with it here. No, it's gonna, nope, not gonna sneak out there as it's held in. Now down low. Here comes Clark the other direction, a 2-on-1. He gets that one across. Gabor couldn't hold. That one fired down along the boards. Waved off for an icing there. Cook fighting for it down low. That one sneaks out, and it's in the Hornets' favor. They take the shot. Less than a minute left to go. Still tied. 19 shots on goal apiece. Well, make it 20 for the Hornets now after that save by DeRoy. That one takes the shot up. Oh, and it got an awkward deflection in front. A redirect. It looked like, I'm not quite sure where that got the deflection off of.
That's a beautiful redirect there by FM.
Yeah. Let's see who it went off of here. Yeah, that's gonna, well, there was some North Stars in the area too, but it looked like Drew Main got a stick in there.
Yeah, that was a design play there by FM. I've seen them run that when they played against Baldwinsville earlier on this season. They'll drive someone there to that middle of the circle area and get the deflection. Main, very good at tipping the puck, and that one goes perfectly top shelf. FM deservedly with the lead.
A team finally able to capitalize off these chances both teams have had. Both teams have had many chances. They have open nets, and they finally capitalize off one.
So Binkowski holds down in center ice. North Star slowing some things down. They don't got much time. They're going to have to take a quick shot if they want something, and they're not going to get it in time as the clock winds down. That does it. So after the second period, the Hornets rally back, 2 unanswered for them as they're up 3-2. 21 shots on goal for them, 19 for the North Stars. We'll be back in about 12 minutes. FM leads this one. Don't go anywhere. Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator, joined alongside Killian Heffron and Jordan Piotrowski. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, a huge thank you to everyone who makes the Northstar Network possible, especially our sponsor, Marzul Landscaping, for all of your landscaping needs and your Marzul needs, I guess, as well. Mr. Marzul and everyone over there at Marzul Landscaping helping support the Northstar Network. So thank you to them.
Well, Joey, speaking of the North Stars, it seems like they may have command queued this game. There's currently no sign of them here. The bench is completely empty.
Yeah.
Time has already expired. They could be assessed to delay a game here if they don't get here. And as I say that, they walk out onto the ice. But North Stars here have been largely sloppy play that has resulted in this deficit. North Stars, new goalie in the net here to start the third period.
It's Chase Monahan. Yeah.
Unless DeRoy is coming in and Monahan's just getting the crease ready, but Monahan looks to be hopping. No, there he goes. So we'll see.
Just warming up the crease for. Now I was talking about how I was talking to Coach before and how they were potentially going to get Oscar Sirico out on the ice today or next game. Seeming like it's probably going to be more of next game, if anything. And it would make sense seeing as the North Stars on the 29th, they're going to be playing CNY Fusion at 6 o'clock. So definitely some time to put Sirico out on the ice in that one.
Well, face-off here about to happen before the North Star coaching staff gets onto the bench.
Huh.
Bit of a weird situation there, but Joey, that second period I think was defined by the North Stars just missing on opportunities to get chances, and FM also missing on opportunities to obtain chances, but they ultimately were able to put a couple by.
So Hornets just kind of clear that away as, ooh, miss pass there for Kirkby as he kind of whiffs on the shot. Sure, they're backed up all the way up in their own zone. Hornets firing that one into CNS territory, but it's coming back the other direction. Kalen Brown kind of misplays that one as he lost it. So here in the neutral zone, it's a fight for it on the near boards. That one chipped down low, and here comes Kirkby once again to play on it.
Here, Joey, keep an eye on FM using a lot of dump and chase strategy here in this third period, because their forecheck's been really effective against the North Star defenders. I wouldn't be surprised to see them dump a lot of pucks in, kill time off, and then use that forecheck to get on the puck, take possession, and North Stars are going to have to find a way to combat it.
Yep. Fires that one up, and it's picked off. That quick shot off of that one, it's Oliver Smith. Clark fires that one up. Fight for it, it's Ling. He's going to take the shot all knotted up.
He may have clipped the post there, Joe. You can see how kind of take a deflection. Obviously, didn't hear a ping, but that doesn't always happen, depending on where you hit the post.
Right, sometimes you can hit on the net part and gets a little bit of a soft sound to it. You could hear some sort of thunk after he fired. Could have been from the glass, could have been from hitting the post potentially, but great extra effort by Ling as he was all knotted up, double teamed.
North Stars have been doing this a lot today. They've been keeping a man high on their opponent's blue line. In that case, it was Gabe Springer, and the North Stars haven't been able to find that stretch pass, even though it's been
Kirkby
open.
Gets it in front. Nearly a redirection there from David Cooley, who's been a little bit quiet this season, hasn't had much going in the back half. Definitely doing good in the first half, and he was one of the really productive juniors last year.
North Stars there got some help from Alex Kirkby's stick as he lost it when he was going back there to make a poke check. That kind of just slid next to the goal, preventing a centering pass there from FM.
Yeah. Here comes Tyler Main. You know, one thing I've noticed kind of, Killian, is Tyler Main, he's a tall kid, that's for sure.
Yeah, and he's used that to get to the front of the net today and beat out defenders.
Here comes the 2-on-2 for the North Stars. Oh, tried to get that centering pass, but Sobolowski tied up. Here come the North Stars the other way. Kirkby gets a deflection. Here comes Tyler Main, 2-on-2. The North Star's going to stop that one. Nearly got in front. As that one's lost by Shock. As he's going to track it down. Down low. Behind Lamarche, he comes out. Sobolowski putting on the pressure.
Well, Joey, story of this game to me has been the North Stars missing open reads and then making bad reads when they are passing the puck. And it's been a pretty inefficient way to move around the ice tonight here. CNS certainly quite a bit of sloppy play there as Ice Monster claims a victim down in the low circle region.
That one gets a block in front. Kirkby pokes it free. Here's Benkowski. Benkowski up top. Kalen Brown, he circles. He's coming forward in neutral ice. Fires that one up top for Clark. Clark takes the shot. Gabor almost got on the rebound, but a few defenders in the area breaking that one up. Kalen Brown gets that one in front for Cook, who's looking for his first of the year. Here comes Austin Clark, a 1-on-2. That one's broken up, and Schalk makes a play. Oh, nearly broke free. It's Drew Main, but whistle called for offsides. Here comes a neutral zone faceoff. It's Cooley and Tyler Main. Is that one sent back into FM's own half? So look to fire that one up neutral ice. Here, oh, great centering pass, just couldn't connect with Oliver Smith in front. Tyler Main gonna take a shot at tie. Now fight for it along the near boards. It comes out. Tyler Main makes some moves as DeRoy kind of pokes it free.
Yeah, it's just going to be Springer going to the box. I didn't catch what they're going to get him for. But, Joey, it's going to be a slash here, it looks like. But, Joey, I wouldn't say it's an overstatement to say that the North Stars have been chasing the game so far here in this.
So here comes a power play for the Hornets, as this could be a crucial game changer if the North Stars can kill this one. Don't want to allow the Hornets to extend their lead late. Moving quickly through neutral ice, he dumps that one off. It's Drew Main. That one poked free, and Clark coming the other direction, chasing down Tyler Main. So he's going to pull back and reset in the other direction. Drew Main gonna force Gabor to lose his stick, though he gets it back. Fight for it on the near boards. Still fighting. It's gonna eventually pop free, and the North Star is gonna clear it.
Joey, when this penalty ends, I would keep an eye on the North Stars looking to stretch it up the ice directly off of the player coming out of the box. You got Springer that's going to come out. He's one of the speedier players on this CNS team. If they can catch him in stride, that would be a big way for North Stars to gain a rush, but they've just not had the puck luck today. It's been a rougher period for them in terms of keeping up with the pace of play and dominating.
Yeah. And now Dylan Ling lagging behind as he gets there back in time. He's now coming the other direction with 20 seconds left in the power play. Hornets going to have to move quick if they're looking to get a power play goal. Here they are going to try, but Gabor are going to chip that one down low, and that's going to probably do it here for this power play. So successful penalty kill here for the North Stars. Thought up high, it's Hassad Black. Now coming the other direction, Clark makes a move, tries to get the upper 90, can't get it. Just tried to chip it up. That's Binkowski the other way.
Coming off that amazing power kill by CNS, they almost got a great chance right there to score a goal right off the power kill. So would have been a great opportunity right there for CNS.
Well, we'll see. We've only seen a couple power plays here for FM. They're 0 for 2 today, and lone 2 coming in that first period. The North Stars have been scoreless since. So they've had about 27 minutes of no scoring. Actually, a little bit longer than that, as they didn't score that last one scored by Gabor was earlier in that first period, or at least halfway through. But it's definitely been 30-plus minutes of no scoring here for the North Stars. As Russo puts on the brakes to get it back in center ice. North Stars trying to get an offensive possession going here. They get a couple shots off. On the rebound, it's fought in front, and it's going to be eventually held and saved by LaMarche. Great sequence for him.
Well, Joey, one of the big things that CNS has struggled with after they scored that second goal was keeping the puck in the offensive zone. As there's another example right there. That's going to get poked out. It's a good job there by FM. But the North Stars, if they can start to get more sustained pressure, if they can start to land some stretch passes and get some on-man rushes, we could be looking at a much different game here in the next few minutes. And they look to be starting to wake up a little bit here in this third period as they're no longer chasing the game as much as they were earlier on.
That shot by Russo from the point high. Cooks gets it back over to Russo. He looks, he takes a shot, gets a deflection, and it's out of play. So face-off coming in a moment to the right of LaMarche. As with 6:57 left to go in this third, 28 shots on goal for the North Stars, 22 for the Hornets, and it's a 3-2 game in favor of FM.
CNS finally starting to stop buffering, finally getting back on track here, looking to get a goal.
Hopefully they don't have to command Q. As that could force them to reset and
have to reload their sources back in as they try to set up some accurate and working plays. Been an issue for both teams here throughout this game.
If they can't get anything going, they might have to try something new, drop a new play.
Dropping a new software. You never know.
Good hit there by Ling down in at the top of the circles.
As here comes Drew Main. He takes the shot, that one high. Rings around back into neutral ice. Chips that one up. Kirkby all alone. As he does a great job. I mean, he Got a bad angle shot there, but still, Kirkby, excellent job. He was 1-on-4 practically there, all by himself.
Good chance right there. One person defending their own. Trying to get a goal right there.
Other direction. It's Springer, chips that one down low.
Northstar's here going to go to the power play. This is probably going to be for interference.
Yep, we'll see.
I believe this is Northstar's first power play of the night.
It is. Or no, actually, yeah, we thought there was a power play earlier.
But it was off-center penalties.
Looks like the ref's back was turned when he was signaling it. Looked like he signaled a hold, but
yeah, it's going to be interference here, Jay.
Okay. So first power play official, because earlier it was offsetting penalties when we initially thought the North Stars were going to have a power play. So this one, they're first, and it comes in the third period, down 1. Uh-oh, here comes the Hornets in the other direction. They could have a short-handed, shorty.
Very dangerous for CNS right there.
Well, good job by FM, force quitting the North Star power play early on there. Excuse me.
Here's Binkowski, gonna chip that one low. Here from the goal line, back up to Binkowski. Binkowski, he looks. Left side, brings it around down low, and that one's held by LaMarche.
That offensive breakout sequence for FM earlier in the CNS power play, you could call it OBS basically. FM had a real good chance right there to get a shorthanded goal.
So great OBS there.
We're going to get a timeout here.
So
I believe this is from the North Stars. I could not see the initial signal, but when they signal to the timekeeper, we will get our look. Waiting on an announcement.
it would make sense for the North Stars, you know, trying to regroup down 1 with 1:21 left to go in the power play. So timeout taken nonetheless. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. 1:21 left to go in the power play. Just under 5 minutes now left to go in the third period, and the North Stars trail by 1. We'll see what they can do. Taking that timeout in a crucial moment. Binkowski here holds down low behind DeRoy. He comes out, fires up down center ice. Moving the other way, Clark takes the shot.
Well, both teams here showcasing that offensive breakout system. As Jordan called it earlier, the OBS, bit of a cool acronym there.
Yeah, we might start using it here on the broadcast. This here fight for it in the left corner. Here comes Tyler May in the other direction, looking for a shorty. Can't get anything to go. Here comes Austin Clark the other direction. Gets across for Gabor. Gabor shoots, save made by LaMarche.
Yeah, Gabor's stick there got sent flying off at the check attempt. I don't know who exactly it was by FM there who had that hit, but if that had made impact with his body, that would have been a very big hit. Fortunately, able to get out of the way, only a stick sent flying.
Here comes a face-off to the left of LaMarche.
FM continuing to force quit this North Star power play.
North Star's looking for an OBS. Kirkby chips that one down low. Here's Cooley, and that one is a successful kill.
Well, Joey, that was a bit of a defensive breakout system there. DBS, is that pass went right out of the zone.
Yeah. Northstar's looking for an OBS, though, there. Here comes Sobolowski. He takes a shot, gets tied up there. As here comes...
Uh-oh, offensive breakout sequence.
Yeah, OBS. And that one, an excellent save made for DeRoy. Timely save for him as Northstars really needed that there.
Northstars have to start acting like a production truck. They have to get a lot of stuff going. They have to do a lot of things at once. They have to get this goal to tie up the game with 3 minutes to go.
Like production truck, they can't crash. Crash and burn. Is that one another great pad save made by DeRoy? Down low. Gabor, he looks. Clark. He's going to turn. Wants to get that one up to the point. It's broken up. Benkowski turns to play defense there. Coming up the other direction, the Northstars track it down. Caitlin Brown turns. Fires that one, chips it with 2.5 minutes left to go.
Northstars have to get something going. They have to start pulling the goalie soon once they get offensive stability.
Yeah, keep an eye on DeRoy here. I would not be surprised if head coach Dan Jones decides to pull him a little earlier than you'd expect.
Yep. Benkowski tracking it down here.
If that was icing, that would have been a great opportunity.
Yep. Fires that one up. Yeah. Oh, here comes.
Here's a chance.
Clark fires that one down and tries to get it to Brown.
Almost a great OBS right there.
Now it's coming down the other direction. That one in front, great butterfly save for DeRoy, though. FM holds possession. Gonna do a little bit of a fancy move there in front. That one nearly sneaks through. DeRoy holding strong in the crease.
Well, Joey, on that initial rush down the ice, DeRoy was already halfway to the bench, trying to get off here for he pulled goalie, and his teammates not helping him out right now as they're just having no opportunities to get him off the ice. They're trying to get that unit on, but there's another huge turnover.
Oh,
and this could cost them.
Uh-oh. There we go. Great glove save by DeRoy. He's been holding strong.
DeRoy really have to hold him down the fort, basically, for CNS. CNS has to get in their offensive zone, but DeRoy is doing almost all their work.
Timeout here called by FM.
He's holding them together and preventing the crash. We'll see.
And if the Northstars are going to pull together this production truck, as Jordan called it earlier, they're going to have to get it to start here during this stoppage. And hopefully they don't crash.
All right, so 1:10 left to go. 31 shots on goal, 28 for the Northstars, or 28 for the Hornets, 31 for the Northstars, 3-2. Hornets lead. Welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube, as the Northstars could really use an OBS here. With 1 minute left to go in the period, and that one's chipped high and out of play.
Yeah, Northstars got a little fortunate there. That one nearly clipped the penalty box operators, almost bounced down. That puck almost came crashing down. Both teams exhausted their timeouts. Let's see what the North Stars here are going to come up with. I believe it's a false start now on, or I lied. No, there's a foreign object sitting on the ice.
Oh. That's
Hopefully it doesn't trip the production truck. They really need to get it going.
Well, it's currently sitting in the official's pocket, so I don't imagine it will.
But honestly, you know, OBS has been proven to work better than production truck. Oh, and there's an empty netter. And that's going to pretty much seal the deal for the Hornets.
And Jordan, that looks quite familiar to how the North Shore scored their empty netter against Baldwinsville the other day. From all the way down the ice, nobody was really expecting it, and
that's what sealed the deal for CNS and for FM here.
And for the North Stars, this was a very critical game because you want to have home ice advantage as long as possible in the sectional playoff. And now with this situation and a loss here to FM's going to pick up a much-needed 2 points, but the North Stars...
And a league game nonetheless, which will help them hopefully in the standings.
And this FM team, they've shown that they have the potential to do it. They've just been inconsistent this season. Had a bad overtime loss against Ontario Bay earlier on. Here's North Stars trying to pick someone up in garbage time.
Almost an OBS right there.
Yep.
CNS had, or excuse me, FM, they had a bad overtime loss to Ontario Bay earlier this year.
And there's another
empty net goal.
And look at that, 5-2 Hornets. Very
just like
reminiscent.
CNS beating Beeville that one day.
Well, CNS only had one empty net goal in that effort. But anyways, North Stars, I believe, may have picked up a penalty here. But continuing with what I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by that empty net goal there by FM. Great shot, by the way, from the blue line. Nice and accurate to get that one to go in. But FM been one of the more inconsistent squads this season. Again, had that loss to Ontario Bay in overtime, but they also tied Baldwinsville. Baldwinsville, one of the front runners in Section 3 Division 1. But then you also got the Syracuse Cougars up there. Cougars have been a very surprising team. Now, granted, they haven't played, actually, I lied. They did play RFA last night, and I believe you have a game misconduct here assessed to Andrew Gabor. As he's been told to leave the ice.
So DeRoy back in net there.
CNS only scoring their 2 goals in the first period and just like hasn't got anything going ever since then to the end of the game.
No, but yes, I think they were sticking too much to a production truck type system here, and that wasn't really working out for them, so they really need to switch to OBS.
But how about the 5 consecutive goals from FM? Not letting those 2 goals early on get them down. They battled back, and it's a much deserving win. Not the prettiest game, very sloppy on both sides, but FM, sometimes when you're not playing the best, you got to find ways to win. They're able to do it here, and they will take down the North Stars here, technically on both their home ices.
Right, exactly. So that does it here. 2 empty netters pretty much seals the deal for the Hornets, and they're going to take home the league win, and they're going to get the road win as well, though technically on their home ice, as Killian said. So their credit is the way winner here, but they take the North Stars down 5-2. So thank you so much for joining us here on the Northstar Network. It's always a huge thank you to our sponsor, Marzullo Landscaping. North Stars 31 shots on goal, 30 for the Hornets. 5-2 your final score. As always, a huge thank you to our crew, our camera operator, Owen Lynch. I'm joined alongside Killian Heffron and Jordan Piotrowski. I'm Joey Cox saying so long from CNS.